Welcome to Bright Hope, your partner for helping those who live on less than $1 a day. Do me a favor and click subscribe right now to become better informed and inspired to help those living at extreme levels of poverty, and leave an encouraging comment to help us reach more people. I have a story for you from our African country director of Zambia. His name is Mark Brubaker. And Mark writes that for the last 2 years, he's been carrying in his Bible a picture of a group of community leaders. And in the middle of that group is a man with a green shirt. He's the chief of the island, a Christian leader in his church. 3 days after this picture was taken, he was accused by a witch doctor of a crime and murdered by a mob. He was charged with the killing of a young woman who had been recently killed by a crocodile. And according to local beliefs, when a person's killed by an animal, someone in the village made that happen. And the witch doctor was brought out by the community and identified the chief. And so the mob beat him half to death, threw him in a shallow grave, and burned him to death. Mark says that he remembers being so frustrated at the time of the murder because there were 2,000 Christians on the island. Why didn't they stand up to protect this innocent man? So he has kept that picture in his Bible to remember the hard work on Mbala Island, a place where witchcraft has been used to frustrate our progress in the communities. No one likes to talk about it, but witchcraft is a major contributing factor to poverty. It always leads to injustice and fear, a fear that can cripple an entire population. But our partner churches and our leadership in Zambia never gave up on Mbala Island. They've kept going back and back to teach about the gospel and freedom. And that perseverance has begun to bear fruit. Recently, there was another crocodile attack. The witch doctor again was called out to say who did this, and he identified a pastor from one of the local churches. And this time the church didn't remain silent, but they rose up and they protected the church leader. The witch doctor quickly backed down, and a few days later, the witch doctor came back and accused a different church and a different pastor. But again, both churches rose up this time to protect the pastor. It's been a long, hard road on Mbala Island. We're seeing God's people take a stand against injustice. Sometimes transforming a community means, helping with education or healthcare. But when it comes to transforming a community spiritually, only Christ can do that. And that's why we're so proud to work alongside churches and Christians who are dedicated to a vision of seeing God transform communities through His local church. Hey, this is another impact story that you're supporting from Bright Hope. So I'm asking you to do two things. Number one, leave an encouraging comment on our page here today. And then number two, click the link to make a donation to Bright Hope. Until next time, God bless.